Okay, beautiful people. So, assuming you saw part A, that clip. So, the citizens fear that this is not fair. It's not fair to bring these people here. Now, this, I believe, is inside the police station. Can you imagine you want to go and make a police report and you gotta come through all of this? When has this ever happened in this country? When has this ever? Can you imagine? Oh, we'll go to the police station. Okay, and you roll up, and what's all of this right here? You have to move around all of this. You come into a community and dump people in our community like this. This is not fair. And the one you voted for, just saying, he told you, I'm going to invest in the immigrants, the illegal immigrants. Well, where did you think they were going to go? They're not going to go to suburbia or an affluent part of town. Nobody expected this. I don't think. They have to go somewhere. Gee, I wonder where they're going to go. You know it's going to affect you, the ones at the bottom, especially in a minority community where anything goes. Let's just be realistic. See, we holler this isn't fair, and I totally agree with her. I concur. But we need to understand how to process information. When someone is showing you who they are, you best believe them. When someone is telling you what they're going to do, you best believe them. So this is what they said they're going to do, and the people decided to vote blue. Now we see. Now, me, realistically, again, I don't know anybody who saw this coming. And now the people are here. Unless you get the Trumpster, they're not going to be leaving. On my other channel, Simply Said 2 with the number 2, I believe it was, oh my God, I can see his picture frame. It was Scrooge McDuck. I forget the young man's name, but he was like, why won't they send him back? And I did a video on another series called Working Hard Only to Starve. Why won't they send them back? Because this is going to aid, in my opinion, in the wealth transfer. The wealth transfer. The wealth transfer, you're going to need cheaper labor. This will aid in the wealth transfer. Harder, cheaper labor. So what's going to happen? The American dream is what it is. It's a dream. It's not reality. Life is getting harder in this country. This is a replacement, especially for working class poor people. All working class people, this is the replacement. I don't care what color, if you're polka dot, black, white, Hispanic, polka dot, green, purple, orange, brown, whatever your color is, doesn't matter. Working class and below, this is your replacement. Why? They can work cheaper. If they can work cheaper, bigger profits. Again, they're already saying that companies are saying that they're going to go ahead and start cutting the pay. Who would have thought? Companies cutting pay, excuse me? Oh, Walmart already started, by the way. Yeah, already did. By $1. Yeah, I'll do a video on it. It's on my timeline. By $1. So people that are like stocking the shelves, it's not like they're making a good, 50, 60,000 a year. Are you kidding me? So now I want to cut it by $1. Walmart, what you gonna do? Take it or leave. That's it, take it or leave it. If they can get a work permit, these folks can do it, and they might cut it by $2. I said, this right here, I knew it, I've been saying it. in social settings and our conversations. I said, people are going to learn to not be so emotional and realize and get acclimated to the fact that life is business. Life is business. Gonna learn real quick. Life is business. Not to make an emotional decision. My dad taught me, you make an emotional decision, you're gonna mess up each time. Life is business. You have to make a business decision. So when someone's saying to you, they're going to invest in the illegal immigrants. Okay, now we see. And this is just crazy to me. Even the people that thought maybe, I think people that voted for Biden, of course, that's their right. But I think in hearing that, no, I don't think anyone saw this coming. And now Trumpster, we needed more information when he said, they're after you, but I'm in the way. I don't think anyone saw this coming because I think what happened when people heard there are some reparations. And he said, we'd be foolish not to invest in the illegal immigrants, into the immigrants. I think Americans may have interpreted that as, okay, and I can see this again. This is just my guesstimation. I'm not a mind reader, okay? I think Americans must have thought, oh, okay. I think a lot of people were like, hey, well, they're not going to get reparations, so I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that. That's them, they're not going to get reparations, so I'm not worried about that. And then I think Black people thought, okay, they're going to invest in an immigrant. And this is why I think the whole crowd must have thought, okay, that's their response to reparations. They're not getting it. I'm not caring about that. Oh, he's going to invest in the immigrants. So you're thinking, so if he invests in them, oh, well, he's definitely going to take care of us, the Americans. I think that was the thinking. And I can see people thinking that. Okay, he's going to invest in them. Because you're assuming anybody with half a brain, if they're going to invest in illegal immigrants, then of course you would invest in in a citizen of this country. You think? I really think that's what people thought. And they were okay with that. And now we see they are investing more in the illegal immigrants than the Americans. Wow. They are investing more in the illegal immigrants than in the Americans. Anybody see? Did anybody know that was going to happen ahead of time? And look at this. Again, when have we had this? Who in the police stations? Now they're gonna make a tent city. Now I don't know about you. Have you been in Chicago? Oh, a Chicago winter, brutal. Listen, I have left day and night. I have left Malibu. Okay, one day in Malibu at the beach. Yay, fun in the sun. And this here is as a teenager, okay? So we're vacationing. So we have left in Malibu, California, end up in Chicago. Yo, I'll never forget as a teenager. We just left California and then we popped into Chicago. It was so cold, I can remember my outfit. A rust top with a black miniskirt and flip-flops. And I was like, oh my God, I need my Betty Boop flip-flops because we were just shopping. Never forget. My mom and her sisters always shopped at Neiman's a whole lot. And back in the day, of course, that's where they got their, the clothing from. And they also got a lot of their furniture from Neiman Marcus. Well, Neiman's pretty much for furniture, Horseshoe, a separate entity. But growing up, it was clothing. I think every teenager, you've been in Neiman's, okay? So that's just what they did back in that time. It was Neiman Marcus. So I never forget, I was shocked because I was like, oh my God. I was like, I saw these flip-flops in Beverly Hills. It was crazy, man. I saw these flip-flops in Beverly Hills and they were like $500. And I thought they were cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, never forget that. Well, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. Me buying flip-flops for $500, okay? Yeah, not going to happen. And again, I was a teenager. And I was like, man, they're cute, but they're not that cute. My Betty Boop flip-flops are cuter. So, we're in Neiman shopping. My mom was buying some stuff. But anyway, I will never forget. From California, Next thing you know, Chicago, the winter is brutal. Oh my gosh, Chicago in the winter? Oh my gosh, brutal. So why am I mentioning that? Get ready, folks. Because let me tell you something. That winter in Chicago, that wind, what that Jamaican lady said, work until I'm a dead. With that wind, I kill him a dead. That wind is nothing to play with. Oh my gosh. We have to go to the store and get some coats. I kid you not. That winter is nothing to play with. It's very serious. So the reason I bring that up is this is September. We got October, November, December. Those people are going to be in a tent. What kind of tent do you know has a heater? They might have one. I just haven't seen it. What kind of tent do you know has a heater? Where's the bathroom? Are they going to put out some porta potties? They put those tents out there. That coldness start to hit in Chicago. Ha! Ooh, I wouldn't want it. That cold start to hit. Do you really think the lady just said that they're not following the rules in the facility of the police station? So when that winter hits in Chicago, oh, it's a brutal cold. It's a brutal cold. That winter, you might want to listen. If you're in Chicago, you might want to get you a place down south. You might want to become a snowbird. Get you a place in Florida. Okay, when that winter comes, head out. So anyway, when that winter hits and they're in those tents, if you think, again, you don't know what kind of people you have here. Okay, we've been hearing about them engaging in criminal activity. They already done boxed up, or they already boxed up on a police officer. Boxed up means throwing those hands, punching, fighting. So when that winter hits, if you think it's gonna stay in that little tent in a what is this? In a parking lot, you really have another thing coming. Don't be surprised. Somebody gonna get tired and frustrated. These people are bringing in teens, all kind of stuff. You don't know who the hell you let up in this country. Hell, it's open borders. So when that winter hits, for Chicago, oh, baby doll. Do you think if they're not following rules in the police station, again, a police officer already got those hands laid on them by 4 illegal immigrants? What do you think is going to happen when wintertime comes? Somebody, you might end up having company that you didn't invite. If you're an elderly person, oh, you could really become a prey. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but don't be surprised. You look in Texas, the man said they look up, cross the border. Who the hell does this here? Respect boundaries. Trying to camp up in their yard, breaking into houses. More folks in Texas along that border buying guns. Gee, I wonder why. So when the winter hits, and they're in those little tents out there, I think you're going to probably have you a little crime spree. I think someone might end up getting unalived. Because they've been built, they came here for a dream. Child, the American dream, and it's not a reality for the darn Americans. So that right there, they better get the holler and try to stop it. Tent City, when that winter hits for Chicago, no one's going to just stay in that tent. I think people are going to start looking for resources. And the only resources that you have are the people in the neighborhood. Gee, whoever thought about that plan, you think they didn't realize that? The only resource you have is going to be the people in the neighborhood. So what do you see happening? I'm going to say break-ins. I'm afraid because those people don't have anything. Whatever those residents do have, it may be open for fair game. Again, let that winter hit. People get cold. People get frustrated. They're going to start to venture out. The only way to venture out and to look out is place to go is going to be the residents there. And there's already animosity. So that right there looks like to me, you may get ready to box up. When they say winterize your home, you might have to winterize with Smith and Wesson. Oh, you besides an alarm system, don't get caught slipping. I don't understand people don't want to protect their property. You might have to winterize your home with Smith and Wesson. This is crazy. So yeah, you fired up about the plan. That's gonna be the problem. It's gonna get real cold in the winter when that tent city is there again. Trash. Woo. Is there gonna be a dumpster there? Is there gonna be like a porta potty there? Showers. What's gonna go on? I'm afraid that those folks are gonna be dumped there, and the Chicago residents, those people there, they're gonna have to deal with it. Trash brings rodents. So that right there, I just don't see people. Well, they're going to be over there in this tent and they're going to get on their feet and have job training. Uh huh. You already don't have grocery stores. So they can't steal food from a store if they get very desperate. Is there a food pantry around to help these people? No, but your house is. So, hey, something to think about. Something to think about. They're now pretty much going to set up a migrant tent city in that neighborhood. Who would not be panicking? Is this what Blue can do for you? Blue, I'm going to need you to do something else. This is not acceptable. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Imagine this coming to a neighborhood near you. A migrant tent city. Simply Said on YouTube. I'm out.